Hello everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hey there. Great to see you all again. We've got a really interesting topic for you today.
Yes, today we're going to talk about something that everyone needs in real life, how to complain politely in English.
That's right. Sometimes you need to complain. Maybe the food wasn't good. Maybe the service was slow. Maybe something is broken. But you don't want to sound rude or angry.
Exactly. We want to help you complain in a smart, polite way. English has many special phrases for this, and today you're going to learn all of them.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to complain about anything in English without sounding rude or aggressive. That's a real superpower.
You'll also learn how to keep your cool and stay polite, even when you're frustrated. That's not easy, but English can help you do it.
So here's a question for you right now. What's the last thing you complained about? A bad meal? A long wait? Bad service? Tell us in the comments.
We want to hear about your complaining stories. Maybe one day we'll make an episode about your best and worst complaints.
And before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button on Simple English Talks so you never miss any of our episodes.
Also, like this video if you find it useful. Your support really helps us keep making these lessons.
Are you ready to learn how to complain the polite way? Let's do it.
Let's go. 2. Main Teaching Section 1. Polite Openers for Complaining. Okay, so the first thing you need to learn is how to start a complaint politely. The way you begin is super important because it sets the tone for the whole conversation.
Right. If you start with, "This is terrible," or "I'm so angry," the other person gets defensive. But if you start politely, they're much more willing to help you.
The number one polite opener is, "Excuse me." Always start with "Excuse me" before you complain. It shows respect. "Excuse me, I have a small problem." Or, "Excuse me, I need some help."
Yes, excuse me is your magic word. It says, "I want to talk to you, but I'm being respectful." Every native English speaker expects to hear "excuse me" first.
After "excuse me," you can use phrases like, "I have a small issue," "I have a question," "I'm sorry to bother you," or "Could I speak with you for a moment?"
Those are all soft, polite ways to get someone's attention. They signal that you need help, but you're not demanding anything. They're very powerful.
Let me show you a few examples. "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I have a small problem with my order." "Excuse me, I wonder if you could help me. I think there's been a mistake."
See how soft and friendly those sound? Yet they're real complaints. You're complaining, but you're being kind about it.
Another great opener is, "I'm afraid there's a problem." The phrase, "I'm afraid," sounds gentle, even when you're talking about a real problem. Like, "I'm afraid there's a problem with my bill," or "I'm afraid there's a small issue with my room."
I love "I'm afraid." It sounds British, polite, and soft. It's perfect for hotels, restaurants, and customer service situations.
You can also say, "I hate to complain but." This phrase is amazing because it shows you're not the kind of person who complains all the time. It's humble, like, "I hate to complain but my soup is cold."
Haha, right. "I hate to complain" is a tiny lie that everyone uses. Nobody actually hates to complain, but saying it makes the complaint feel smaller and less aggressive.
And here's another classic, "I'm sorry, but I think there's been a misunderstanding." This is perfect for situations where the other person got something wrong. Like, "I'm sorry, but I think there's been a misunderstanding about my reservation."
That's a fancy way to say, "You messed up," without being rude. It's perfect for hotels, airlines, and customer service situations.
Now let me give you a personal example. Last week, I was at a restaurant, and they brought me the wrong dish. What did I say? "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I think there's been a small mistake. This isn't what I ordered."
Perfect. Not rude, not angry, just polite and clear. The waiter immediately apologized and brought the right dish. It worked.
That's the power of polite openers. They make people want to help you instead of making them want to defend themselves.
Let's practice right now. Can you make a polite complaint opener? Pretend you're at a cafe and your coffee is cold. What would you say?
Go ahead, say it out loud. Something like, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I think my coffee got cold. Could I get a new one, please?"
Great. Now try saying the same thing, but with, "I'm afraid there's a problem." Say, "Excuse me, I'm afraid there's a problem with my coffee. It's cold."
And now try with, "I hate to complain, but..." Say, "Excuse me, I hate to complain, but this isn't what I ordered."
Excellent. All three work perfectly. Just pick the one that feels most natural to you.
So to wrap up this section, always start with "excuse me," then use "I'm sorry to bother you," "I'm afraid there's a problem," "I hate to complain, but," or "I think there's been a misunderstanding." These are your polite complaint openers. 3. Main Teaching Section 2. Explaining the problem clearly. Now that you know how to start politely, let's learn how to explain the actual problem clearly, because a good complaint is one where the other person understands what went wrong.
Right. The clearer you are, the easier it is for the other person to fix your problem. So you need to describe exactly what happened.
The easiest way to start explaining is, "The thing is," or "The problem is," or "The issue is." These three phrases work in almost every situation.
Let me give you some examples. The thing is, my food is cold. The problem is, my order is taking too long. The issue is, I was charged the wrong amount.
See? Simple and clear. The thing is, the problem is, and the issue is all mean the same thing. They just introduce what's wrong.
You can also use, it seems like. This is a softer, more polite way to complain. Like, it seems like there's been a mix-up with my order, or it seems like my reservation got lost.
It seems like is amazing because it sounds like you're not 100% sure. It's a polite way of saying, "I know you messed up," without pointing fingers directly.
Another useful phrase is, I was wondering if. This is great for being gentle. Like, I was wondering if you could check my order. I think something is missing.
Right. "I was wondering if" sounds thoughtful and kind. It gives the other person a chance to help without feeling attacked. Now let's learn how to be specific about the problem. Instead of saying, "This is bad," describe exactly what is wrong.
Good point. Use words like, it's not working, it's broken, it's the wrong size, it's the wrong color, it's damaged, it's missing, or it's not what I expected.
Let me give you full examples. "Excuse me, the issue is that my phone isn't working. I'm sorry, but it seems like this shirt is the wrong size. I'm afraid there's a problem with my booking. It's not confirmed."
Those are clear and specific. The other person knows exactly what's wrong and how to help.
Here's an important tip. Always use "I" statements when you can. Instead of saying, "You made a mistake," say, "I think there's been a mistake," or "I might have received the wrong item."
That's a great tip. I statements focus on your experience, not on blaming the other person. I ordered fish, but I got chicken, is better than, you gave me the wrong food.
Exactly. You're describing what happened to you, not accusing anyone. That makes the conversation much smoother.
Now let's add time words to make your complaint even clearer. You can say, since I arrived, this morning, 2 hours ago, or when I checked in.
For example, "I've been waiting for 40 minutes. I've been here since 3 o'clock. I called this morning, but no one called me back."
Time words make your complaint sound more serious and real. They're especially useful in customer service and hotel situations.
Let's put it all together. Here's a complete polite complaint with a clear problem. "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. The issue is that my order is taking very long. I've been waiting for 30 minutes. Could you please check on it?"
Perfect. Politeness, clear problem, time details, plus a polite request at the end. That's a winning complaint.
Your turn. Write a polite complaint about a real or imagined situation in the comments. Use one of our opener phrases and a clear problem. We'll read every single one.
Yes, try something like, "Excuse me, I'm afraid there's a problem. My coffee is cold." Short, polite, and clear. Great practice.
So to review this section, use the thing is, the problem is, the issue is, it seems like, or I was wondering if. Be specific about what's wrong. Use I statements when possible, and add time details to make your complaint stronger. You're doing amazing. 4. Main Teaching Section 3. Asking for a solution the right way. Now here's the most important part. Asking for a solution. Your complaint is only useful if it leads to a solution. So let's learn how to ask for help politely.
Yes, the way you ask for help can be the difference between getting what you want or getting nothing. Politeness matters a lot here.
The number one phrase for asking nicely is, "Could you please?" or "Could I get?" Both are polite and direct. Like, "Could you please bring me a new drink?" or "Could I get a refund, please?"
Right. "Could you please" is the polite form of "can you." It sounds softer and more respectful. Most native speakers use it all the time.
You can also use "Would you mind?" This is even more polite. Like, "Would you mind checking my order?" or "Would you mind refunding my money?"
"Would you mind" is very polite. Use it when you're asking for something a bit bigger, like a refund, a replacement, or a discount.
Another useful phrase is, "I'd really appreciate it if you could," like, "I'd really appreciate it if you could fix this for me," or "I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a small discount."
I love that phrase. It shows gratitude in advance. It makes the other person feel appreciated, and they're more likely to help you.
And here's a classic one. "Is there anything you can do about this?" This is perfect when you want help, but you're not sure what the solution should be. You're asking them to suggest something.
Right. "Is there anything you can do?" is great because it opens the door for many possible solutions. The other person can offer a refund, a replacement, a discount, whatever makes sense.
Let me also teach you how to ask questions softly. Instead of saying, "Why is this taking so long?" try saying, "I'm wondering why this is taking a bit longer than usual."
Good difference. Direct questions can sound accusatory. Soft questions sound curious and polite. A small change with a big impact.
Here's another one. Instead of, "What's the problem here?" try, "Could you please tell me what's happening?" Same information, but the second one is much softer.
Yes, adding "could you please" and framing it as "tell me" instead of demanding makes a huge difference.
Now let me teach you 3 magic phrases that work in almost every complaint situation. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear them.
Number 1. What can you do to fix this? Direct, but polite. Works in stores, restaurants, hotels, anywhere.
Number 2. I'd like to speak with a manager, please. This is for when the regular staff can't help. Always polite, never harsh.
Number 3. I want to resolve this in a fair way. This is great because it shows you're not trying to get something for free. You want a fair resolution.
Those 3 phrases are gold. Every English learner should memorize them. They work in so many real-life situations.
Let me put it all together in a full example. Imagine I'm at a hotel and there's a problem with my room. Here's what I'd say.
Let's hear it.
"Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. The issue is that my room isn't ready. I checked in 2 hours ago and my room still hasn't been cleaned. I was wondering if you could help me with this. Could I get a different room, please? I'd really appreciate it."
That's the perfect complaint. Open politely, explain clearly, ask specifically, and show appreciation. It hits all the right notes.
That's the structure of a great complaint. Polite opener, clear problem, polite request, and gratitude. 4 simple parts, 1 perfect conversation.
Now you try. Write a short complaint in the comments asking for a specific solution. Use, "Could you please?" "Would you mind?" or "I'd really appreciate it." Show us your complaint.
Yes, and try to include all 4 parts: opener, problem, request, and gratitude. Let's see who can make the most polite complaint.
So to review this section, use could you please, would you mind, I'd really appreciate it, or is there anything you can do? Add, I'd like to speak with a manager for serious problems. Always end with gratitude. That's how you ask for a solution the right way. 5. Common mistakes. Section.
Okay, now let's talk about common mistakes people make when complaining in English. We've all made these. They're easy to fall into.
Oh yes, these mistakes can make you sound rude even when you don't mean to. Let's fix them.
The first common mistake is starting with you. Too many learners say, "You made a mistake," or "You forgot my order." This sounds accusatory.
Right. Switch to I. I think there's been a mistake. Or, I might have gotten the wrong order. Same information, much softer.
The second mistake is using why as the first word in a question. Why is this so slow? Or, why didn't you do this? Both sound angry.
Yes, start with could you or would you mind instead. Could you tell me why this is taking so long? Or, would you mind checking my order again?
The third mistake is using must and have to too much. Saying, "You must fix this," or "You have to give me a refund" sounds demanding.
Change it to could you please or I was wondering if you could. It says the same thing, but in a much nicer way.
The fourth mistake is talking too loudly or using too many exclamation marks. Saying, "I want a refund now," sounds very aggressive in English.
Right. Speak calmly and use fewer exclamation marks. Say, I'd like a refund when you have time, please. Polite but clear.
The fifth mistake is getting personal. Saying, "You people are so careless," or "You never do anything right," is too personal and very rude in English culture.
Keep it about the situation, not the person. Say, I think there might have been a mistake, instead of, you are careless. Big difference.
The sixth mistake is over-apologizing. Saying, "I'm so sorry, sorry," again and again makes you look weak and unsure.
One apology is enough. Then move on to the problem and the solution. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. The problem is, could you please help?
Let me show you a comparison. Wrong way. "Why is my food so late? You guys are so slow. I want my food now."
Right way. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm afraid there's a small issue. My order is taking quite long. Could you please check on it? I'd really appreciate it.
See the difference? The first one is rude and aggressive. The second one is polite, clear, and gets the same result. Or even better.
Now let me teach you one more very common mistake. Saying, I want to talk to your manager, without the please.
Oh yes, "I want to talk to your manager" sounds angry in English. Always add please. "Could I please speak with a manager?" Or, "I'd like to speak with a manager, please."
That little please makes a huge difference. It changes I want, which sounds like a demand, into I'd like, which sounds like a polite request.
Last mistake, using too much slang. Saying "this sucks" or "you're useless" sounds very rude in English. Avoid them, especially in restaurants, hotels, or offices.
Right. Keep your English clean and polite, even when you're upset. That way, people will want to help you instead of getting defensive.
So let me give you a quick summary of what not to do. Don't start with you. Don't use why as the first word. Don't use must or have to. Don't shout or use many exclamations. Don't get personal. Don't over-apologize. And don't use slang.
And what to do instead? Start with excuse me. Use I statements. Use could you please and would you mind. Use I'd really appreciate it. Stay calm, be specific, and always be polite.
Mistakes are normal. Even native speakers make these. The key is to notice them and keep practicing. You're doing great. 6. Interactive practice. Okay, it's time for our interactive practice. This is where you test what you've learned today. We're going to play Make the Complaint Polite.
Yes, I'll say a rude or harsh complaint, and you change it to a polite one. Say it out loud.
Number 1. Why is my food so late? How can you say this politely?
You could say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but my order is taking quite long. Could you please check on it?" Much better.
Number 2. You gave me the wrong change. How can you say this politely?
Try, "Excuse me, I think there might have been a small mistake with my change. Could you please double check?" Polite and clear.
Number 3. I want to speak to your manager. How can you say it politely?
"Excuse me, could I please speak with a manager? I have a small issue I'd like to discuss." Adding "please" changes everything.
Number 4. This room is disgusting. Fix it now. How can you say it politely?
"Excuse me, I'm afraid there's a problem with my room. It doesn't seem to be clean. Could I please get a different room, or have someone clean it? I'd really appreciate it."
Number 5. Your coffee is terrible. How can you say it politely?
"Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but I think my coffee might have cooled down. Could I please get a fresh cup?" Polite, friendly, and gets results.
Great job! As you can see, the same complaint can sound completely different depending on how you say it. Polite complaints get results much faster.
Absolutely. Now here's your challenge. Choose 3 situations and write a polite complaint for each in the comments. Use the phrases we learned. "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. I'd really appreciate it." And, "Could you please?"
Choose your situations from this list: slow service, wrong order, dirty room, overcharged bill, missing item, or rude staff. Show us your best polite complaint.
Remember, real practice is more important than textbook perfection. So write naturally and have fun with it. We'll reply to your best complaints in the comments. 7. Conclusion and wrap-up.
Wow, that was amazing! We learned so much today about complaining politely in English. Let's review the key points.
Yes, first, we learned polite openers. "Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm afraid there's a problem. I hate to complain, but," and, "I think there's been a misunderstanding."
Second, we learned how to explain the problem clearly using "the thing is," "the problem is," "the issue is," "it seems like," and "I was wondering if." We also learned to be specific and use I statements.
Third, we learned how to ask for a solution politely using "Could you please?" "Would you mind?" "I'd really appreciate it," and "Is there anything you can do?" We also learned to end with gratitude.
And we learned what not to do. Don't start with you. Don't use why first. Don't say must or have to. Don't shout. Don't get personal. And don't use slang.
Those are powerful lessons. Remember, complaining politely is a skill that will help you in every English-speaking situation, especially when you travel or live abroad.
If you understood everything, congratulations! You're now better at complaining in English than most people. And if some parts were tricky, just rewatch the episode and practice more.
Don't be afraid to use these phrases in real life. The more you practice, the more natural they will feel. Start with small complaints and work your way up.
Here's a question for you. What's a complaint you might need to make in the next week? Restaurant, hotel, store, anywhere. Tell us in the comments. Maybe you can practice with us right here.
And don't forget to like this video, share it with friends who are learning English, and subscribe to Simple English Talks for more episodes.
We post new episodes regularly, so hit that notification bell too. You're going to love our upcoming topics. They're all about real, everyday English.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We believe in you, and we know you can do this. Keep practicing your English every day.
We'll see you next time on Simple English Talks. Keep speaking, keep learning, and see you next time.